Hello and welcome to another yoga video. Grab your mat, grab some water, and bring your awareness and attention to this class right now. Find some movement here. You can rise up and fall forward, reaching for your feet. Just finding some easy movement here, bending your knees. Maybe you place your hands on your shins and look up for halfway lift and fall towards your knees again, hanging your head. Moving side to side, just relaxing the weight down towards your feet. And you might feel the blood flow go to your head. Keep your eyes open, don't ever close your eyes like this. You want to stay present for your movement, and this can help ease your body into kind of an upside down position without too much strain. If this is too much for you, you don't have to come all the way down if it's too nerve-wracking, but just lean forward. Easing into the practice. Bend one knee and then the other. If you want, stretch your arms back, clasping your hands, stretching the shoulders. Forehead comes towards knees. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale out the mouth. Nodding your head back and forth. Just gentle movement. You can lift your hands up overhead, your arms. Walk them forward onto the mat and get ready for a downward dog. Bending one knee and then the other, finding movement in your legs. Warming up the hips, warming up the upper back. Good job. Now remember not to be too hard on yourself in this practice. Anyone can do yoga. If you are struggling, feel free to take rests during this whole class. But just stick with it and test yourself. When you're ready, bring your forearms to the mat. This is a great exercise for the ab muscles, lower abs. Great exercise to prepare for a forearm balance or headstand. This is a great way to build that strength. So, depending on where you're at today, you can do forearm balance or back to downward dog. Walking the feet. Breathing. Exhale. Let it all out. A little longer here. Maybe you stretch deeper. And go ahead and lift that right leg up towards the sky. If you can, flip it over, flipping your hips out towards the wall. Lift that left leg and bend the knee if you can. Bring it back down. Come to plank and upward dog. Shoulders brush against ribs like a push-up, lifting your upper chest. And if this is too much, you can do like a mini back bend or upward dog. Come down to child's pose, relax. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Lift up to downward dog again. Pedaling out the feet more. And walk your feet to your hands, hanging briefly. Halfway lift. And fold all the way. Grab your toes. And if you can, bring your forehead to the knees. And we'll start with our first balancing pose. So lift your right foot up towards your thigh, your left upper thigh. Hands come together in tree pose. If you can't lift it so high, drop it down below the knee, never on the knee. But for those who can, lift that foot as high as you can into the thigh, pressing the weight down into your left foot. When you're ready, you can bring your leg forward. Maybe you clasp your knee with one hand and then the other. And if you'd like a challenge, stretch that leg out towards the wall or whatever you're looking at. And you can grab your toe with your right hand or grab your foot with both hands. Pushing away, keeping the balance. If you fall, it's okay. If you want to go even further, drop the head down towards the knee. Hold as long as you need. If you can't quite get there, that's totally fine. Just practice where you're at. Now we're going to move into a yogi squat. Heels come to the floor, and if they can't, put a blanket under your heels. Elbows in between the knees. Now, a little break, stretching it out into downward dog. Walk your feet towards your hands. Halfway lift, look up. Fold. Start to come all the way up. Reaching for that knee again, the left knee this time. Maybe grab with your left hand, rotating towards the opposite side, and the other switching, looking at the wall. And start to reach for that foot. Balancing pose again on the opposite side. This is tree pose, so your left foot is resting on that upper right inner thigh. Hands come together in prayer. Find your drishti, or a point that you can look at that is not moving. A point where you can stare to gain and gather your balance. If you want, you can lift your arms up overhead for more of a challenge. Now stretch that foot out and bending over the knee, grab the foot and stretch it out, keeping the spine as straight as possible, looking straight ahead. You can either reach for the toe or grab with both. Here I'm just grabbing with my foot and turning towards the wall for another option, or you can face forward. Come as close to the knee as possible, relax. If you fall, it's okay. Now you can drop the leg, drop the foot down. Just quick back bend, stretch, and just stretch it out. Whatever you need right now. Now we're gonna reach for a strap this time. So this is to practice dancer pose. And basically you wanna grab your foot and place it in kind of like a loop of the strap. And make sure it's pretty secure here because you're gonna be using the strap to lift that leg up. Now slowly have a flip grip, so you're grabbing the strap from the inside and practicing opening those shoulders up. And if you can walk your hands closer to your foot or just hang here, balancing, opening the chest, keeping a stable foot that's on the ground. So we'll hold for a few more seconds and drop it back down. And shake that one out, and we're gonna get ready to do the same on the opposite leg. So lifting the left foot up, the foot goes in the strap, kind of maybe crossing it over the foot, and grabbing from the inside. Your hand is facing up, and you want to reach and flip your shoulder up. Lifting the foot up, raising the shoulders up as well, arching the upper back. Hold, breathing. If you're not as stable here, you can maybe hold a wall, place your hand on the wall for some support. And when you're ready, you can release. And we'll leave the strap for now, and let's come down to downward dog. So from downward dog, we'll do a side angle. Come to the outer ridge of your right foot, outstretch the left arm, and you can lift that left leg up too. Come back to downward dog. Hanging here, rise up, arms up, back down, downward dog, and we'll repeat. Getting ready to lift that right leg up towards the sky and bring them both to the outside of your foot. Left leg comes up, lifting that right arm, looking forward. And back to downward dog. Walk your feet forward. Hands to shins, look up. And this time we'll work on crow pose, another balancing pose. Placing the knees on the innermost part of your armpit. You'll get ready to place your weight on your knees on the inside of your arm, your upper arm, and start to rock forward. Gaining balance here. If you feel like you can lift one foot up and then the other, just to test it out. If you don't feel comfortable with this, you can place a pillow right in front of your head in case you fall. Some cushions around you. And when you're ready, you can lift your both feet up, lifting the gaze slightly. Just playing around with crow pose. You can come back up, take a deep breath in, maybe stretch a little bit again, the upper back. You can start to come forward. And we'll get ready for warrior 3. So lift that right leg up, parallel to the floor. Hands come to prayer, position, keeping a straight spine as much as possible. Maybe you've flexed that back foot, and start to bring that knee towards you, towards the front of you, grabbing with your left hand, twisting, and then the other side. And when you're ready, you can reach for that right foot, grabbing with both hands. Reaching for that foot and do a little stretch, stretching the foot out in front of you. Walk your feet back to a downward dog, pedaling out the feet. Lifting that left leg, this time parallel to the floor. Flexed foot. And slowly bring one hand up and then the other to meet to prayer pose. Back is straight. Maybe you check yourself in a mirror to make sure you're aligned correctly. Lift that head up slightly. If you lose your balance, it's okay. Doing great work today. Now bring that left foot forward, hovering. Knee comes in front. Grab with your right hand, outstretch the left arm for a little twist, balancing twist. Lifting that leg up, stretching the left arm parallel to the floor, to the earth. For another stretch, grab your foot, stretch your leg out in front of you. Balancing, grounding into the earth. Start to come back down to the mat, to the floor, stretching your spine out. And we'll do a happy baby pose. So this is where you're on your back and your hands come on the inside of your feet, the outside or the outside, whichever feels more comfortable. And we'll stretch our legs up towards the sky. Hands can come below your sit bones on your bottom. Your palms can be facing the floor and lifting your legs up towards the sky. When you're ready, you can bring them back down, laying on the mat. And we'll be here being present in our practice. So thank you for joining me today. We're not quite done yet, but we'll stay here for now, relaxing. Life can get pretty crazy sometimes, so it's good to have a moment to relax and just breathe. Being conscious, choosing to show up for ourselves today. Raise your arms above your head and start to rise up forward, reaching for your feet, coming forward, finding length in the spine, and relaxing into the pose. Breathe out. Maybe you come a little closer, and we'll fall back into a seated position with our legs lifted up 90 degree or parallel to the mat. Arms are also can be parallel, and hold it here for an ab workout. And you can keep holding that pose here, or if you'd like it more of a challenge, grab your heels with your hands on the outside of your feet and raise those legs up. Coming to a seated position, stretch it out. If you'd like to try again, you can. Here I'm just switching. I have one foot on top of the other thigh, opposite thigh, and then I just switched, and just to stretch out the hips here. And so you can see here my left foot is now on my right thigh. Inhale. Exhale. And we'll do a seated meditation this time. So it's like Savasana, but seated and conscious. Now you can keep your eyes slightly open here, or you can close them and just inhale and exhale. Noticing your thoughts, not having judgment on them, just letting them pass by. And let's think of the flow of energy from our feet to our legs, our knees, thighs, hips, solar plexus, or our chakra that helps lead us and guide us to what we're meant to be doing on our path here on this earth. Let the energy move through your chest, your heart center, to your throat, all the way to your mouth and eyes, head to your crown chakra. And feel all these areas coming into perfect alignment. You are right where you need to be. Everything you're doing right now is in perfect alignment with where you are meant to be. You already have everything you need right here. You don't need anything else. So just breathe. Trust that thought. Trust yourself. When you're ready, you can start to open your eyes. or you can stay here for longer if you need, but namaste. Thank you so much for attending my class. I hope to see you all in the next video. And for a side note, it would greatly benefit me and my yoga channel if you were able to make any kind of donation. The link is in the description box for that. And as a side note, you can follow me on Instagram and like and subscribe if you liked this video. Thank you. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye, guys.